What makes something special? I suppose the answer to that question relies on a lot of things. We all have things that we find special. Anything can resonate with anyone, no matter how small and meaningless it might seem in the grand scheme of things. And sometimes the smallest thing can affect your life in an amazing way. When I was a kid, I loved video games. I have a ton of fond memories playing them all through my childhood, and I still play them to this day. Now, I've played a lot of games, okay? A lot. But out of all the games I've played, be it Spyro, Crash, or Mario, none of them have resonated with me as much as Sonic. Now, as a kid, I thought Sonic was the coolest. He was fast, he was funny, and his games were like nothing I'd ever played before. So, okay, that's all well and good. But why am I still here? Why am I still talking about this stupid, meaningless thing so many years later? Well, as I grew up, my taste in video games shifted. Now, don't get me wrong, I still love the games I played as a kid, but times were changing, and in a lot of ways, so was I. But even as I got older, Sonic was always there growing and changing with me. So many other games came and went, but Sonic was the only one that stayed. But why? I mean, I love the games, but that can't be the only reason. The games did a great job at engaging me, but what kept me coming back? I've thought about this for a long time. And even now, I can't really think of a straight answer. But I'll try. Now, to understand what made Sonic so likable, I think first we need to go back to the beginning. Sonic was created as a mascot for the Sega Genesis that would act as a direct competitor with a relatively obscure character known as Mario, the mascot for the Nintendo Entertainment System, savior of video games as we know it, and supreme ruler of the known universe. He's like Mickey Mouse, but, Italian. So, how did Sonic compete with a titan like Mario? Well, in the long run, he didn't. But he did bring something to video games that hadn't really been seen before. He gave them personality. These two frames are why Sonic is still around today. I'm serious. From the very beginning, Sonic was always brimming with charm and personality. It's one of the reasons it was so easy to adapt him into other forms of media. Which is more than we can say about Mario.
You have a little piece of spaghetti on your overalls. You, Luigi! And you have a little bit of spaghetti sauce on your shirt, as usual. Oh, really?
And over the years, Sonic's personality became way more defined. He became more than just a radical dude with a dude. He was a laid-back traveller with a heart of gold. He was cocky and arrogant, but he always stood up for what was right. He was more than just a typical hero, he had flaws, he had layers. Which not only made him more interesting, it made him way more relatable. And then even more characters showed up, all of which had their own strengths, likes, dislikes, talents, insecurities. Now because of this, Sonic's diverse cast still connect with people all these years later. Back in the day, Sonic's friends were seen as annoying, but the way I see it, I think anyone can relate and identify with at least one of these characters. They're that good. I remember the first time I beat Sonic and the Black Knight. I remember it being a pretty rough time in my life, where I had to deal with a lot of scary things. I'm not going to go into it, I don't want to, bring the mood down or anything. But the end of the game revolves around the conflict between Sonic and this girl Merlina, and how their views on mortality and existentialism oppose each other. That's not a joke, that's real. So anyway, after a big battle, Merlina is defeated. She's broken, she's alone, and she's confused. And instead of taunting her, or scolding her, or saying some cheesy one-liner, Sonic says this.
Merlina, every world has its end. I know that's kinda sad, but that's why we gotta live life to the fullest in the time we have. At least, that's what I figure.
A quote like that, from a goofy cartoon hedgehog. This quote is Sonic. This quote is why I love Sonic. It's why Sonic is still here after 30 years. Sonic was and still is a beacon of hope in my life. He's an unstoppable force of honesty and positivity. Sonic's been there by my side in some of the darkest chapters of my life. Sonic's inspired me to be the best I can be. And don't just take my word for it. There are thousands of people out there just like me. A lot of you are probably watching this video. Sonic sparked a wonderful community of immensely talented artists, animators, actors, writers, developers, and everything else under the sun. Sonic is more than a video game. It's more than a comic book, a TV show, even a movie. Sonic is a part of us. what makes something special? And I suppose the answer to that question relies on a lot of things. We all have things that we find special. Anything can resonate with anyone, no matter how small or meaningless it might seem in the grand scheme of things. And sometimes, the smallest thing can affect your life in an amazing way. I may not know what makes something truly special. Maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it's something more. But what I do know is that to me, and a lot of other people, Sonic is special.